All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we're going to get into a full preview of the Chiefs and Texans matchup this Sunday on today's show, but don't jinx it. Like the video if you want the Chiefs to beat the Texans. I looked back, and I don't know if we did this little exercise before the Bills and the Bengals lost, so we're bringing it back. Like the video if you want the Chiefs to beat the Texans on Sunday. Today's Chiefs Report is presented by Manscaped. Clock is ticking until Christmas Day, and if you want some last-minute holiday shopping, Manscaped's going to help you out. It's always tough to shop for the men in your life. Well, we all need men's grooming products, right? Manscaped's got you covered. 20% off plus free shipping with promo code Chiefs when you go to manscaped.com. All right, let's take a look at this matchup as the Chiefs head south to take on the Houston Texans down there in Texas. Kansas City at 10-3, the Texans at 1-11-1, but played well against the Cowboys last week. Probably should have won that game. So not a game that you can overlook, which is something Patrick Mahomes said this week. You can't overlook anybody in the National Football League. Now, everybody on the Chiefs injury report on Thursday was a full participant except for Kadarius Toney. He's been limited the last 2 days. Seems like he's trending closer toward playing. We'll see if this is the week for KT to return from his hamstring injury. Doesn't look like McCole Hardman will be activated from IR this week. At least it doesn't seem like that. So we'll have to wait and see on what happens with Toney. Now, obviously, there's playoff implications from here on out for the Kansas City Chiefs. Maintaining pace with the Bills, but, of course, Buffalo having that tiebreaker at with the head-to-head results, both at 10-3. But I've said it, and I'll say it again. The Chiefs are still in a really good position if they can take care of business over the final 4 weeks, starting this week against the Texans. Then you got the Seahawks and Broncos at home and at the Raiders. And quite frankly, you look at that schedule, those are 4 games you should win. Doesn't mean you will. It's the NFL. It's hard to win every single week, but should win these final 4 games if they play well. And it's simple math for Kansas City. If they win out and the Bills lose just one time, the Chiefs get the number 1 seed in the AFC. They'll get a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the postseason, which is obviously the preferred outcome for Kansas City. Now, will the Chiefs get the number 1 seed in the AFC? Do you believe that it will happen? Let me know down in the comments if you think the Chiefs will or will not get that top seed. All right, let's get into some keys to victory against the Houston Texans. Number 1, keep the foot on the gas, something that this team failed to do a week ago against the Denver Broncos. And quite frankly, I think championship-level teams don't let what happened last week happen. I mean, the good news is they still won, but it was a tale of 2 games against Denver. The first 27 minutes of this game, Chiefs won 27-0. You're thinking, oh my God, they're gonna get Hackett fired and Russell Wilson booed into New Everton in this game. But instead, a couple of Patrick Mahomes picks late in the first half, and all of a sudden, you only win 34-28 because Denver outscored you 28-7 the rest of the way. I expect a focused performance here. I think a complete 4-quarter game is coming. Now, I will say the most overused phrase in sports is, you got to play a full 60 minutes. No one plays great for all 60 minutes. I'm not saying that. But you don't blow 27-0 leads almost against bad competition either. Like, I think this team will start fast and finish strong. I expect a dominant performance here on Sunday. How about MVPatrick Mahomes? MVP Mahomes get back to MVP level this week. Again, his interceptions kind of led to Denver getting back into that game. Still did a lot of good things in that game. Don't get me wrong. Denver's got the number 2 scoring defense in the NFL, and Mahomes still threw for 350 and 3 touchdowns. But you can't throw 3 interceptions. You can't do it. You do that in a playoff game, you'll get beat. So hopefully he gets back to that MVP level. Due to that performance, Jalen Hurts actually took a slight lead for MVP. He's got minus 115 odds right now. Mahomes sitting there at plus 150. Joe Burrow, Tua, and Josh Allen trailing. But if Mahomes can finish strong over this final month, he's got a chance. And he'll certainly need to do that because Jalen Hurts and the Eagles look like a team poised to at least win 14 or 15 games. I mean, if they win out, they're going to go 16-1. I think they'll probably drop at least once down the stretch. But Mahomes probably has to go 4-0 the rest of the way and play at a very, very, very high level. Now, who do you guys think will win MVP? Type PM for Patrick Mahomes. Type JH for Jalen Hurts. I think if the votes came in today, Hurts would win it. But let me know who you think will end up winning it at the end of the day. Happy holidays, everybody. Oh. You want some stocking stuffers? Manscaped, the perfect place to go to put some items in that stocking, because you can drop in the Lawnmower 4.0 in there. It's going to keep you nice and trimmed downstairs. You know Santa uses the Lawnmower 4.0. That's just a fact. Manscaped.com, promo code Chiefs to get 20% off at checkout. They have other items as well that you can check out. And I'll be honest, I hate shopping for males. You know, my dad, I'm like, what the hell do I get my dad? What do I get my grandfather? Well, Manscaped has items that all men can use. They have a nose and ear hair trimmer. I actually got that from my dad. Don't tell him that I got him that, because look, something that he'll use, right? That's always the goal of Christmas, at least get something that people will use. Manscaped.com, promo code Chiefs. Manscaped has great men's grooming products all over the place on their website. Go check out their different stuff. You can get like body soap, conditioner, shampoo, all kinds of stuff out there. Promo code Chiefs, 20% off, manscaped.com. That link and promo code in the description of this video. All right, key number 3. 2 quarterbacks equals no quarterbacks. The old phrase, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. Well, the Texans think they're, playing high school football now, and they're like, 2 QB system, try and slow us down. Okay, well, Steve Spagnuolo better slow you down. I mean, Davis Mills and Jeff Driskel, I will admit, it had some success against the Cowboys, a good defense, but I think they just caught them off guard. I don't think they saw that coming overall. And again, it's not like they just lit it up completely either in that game. Please shut this garbage down. I mean, this is not Division II college football. Like, if they're rotating quarterbacks, it's because they both stink. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So shut this down. Steve Spagnuolo needs a big performance from his defense. When last week it looked like he was getting one, and then they gave up 28 points. So hopefully this week is a really, really good performance for the defensive guys. All right, feed Isaiah Pacheco, the rookie running back. Producer Rolly and I are all in on this because of fantasy football. But in general, you should do that anyway. You know why? Because the Texans' run defense is horrid. Dead last, giving up almost 166 yards per game on the ground. That is worst in the NFL. Pacheco's been coming on as of late. You look at his last 5 games as the starting running back, giving almost 5 yards per carry, just under 400 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and that's with splitting some touches with Jarrett McKinnon as well. So I expect a big Pacheco game. I think 100 yards and a touchdown is in order for the Chiefs rookie running back. Last week was a McKinnon game, catching the football. I think this week is a Pacheco game because that plays into the weaknesses of this Texans defense. Run the rock, get a lead early, run it with Pacheco. Let's bring home an easy victory. All right, who's going to have a bigger game against Houston? Type IP for Isaiah Pacheco, JM for Jarrett McKinnon. Again, I think this is a Pacheco game. Give your thoughts, though, down in the comments. And then lastly, kind of turning back to the defense here, get 2+ turnovers. This team has struggled to get takeaways all year. Now, they got the pick 6 last week with Willie Gay Jr. I'm not saying they haven't done it at all, but only 14 takeaways. By the way, 19 giveaways, so -5 in turnover margin. For those 14 takeaways, tied for 23rd in the league. Not very good at all. And Justin Reed talked about how it's been a priority. He had this to say during the week. He says, we've been putting a higher emphasis on takeaways, however we can get them. Interceptions, forced fumbles, there haven't been enough so far in the season, but the positivity is that hopefully we're just saving them for the last stretch in December, January, and February, and we can get them all now. Well, how about you, Justin Reed? How about you get some takeaways? Because the Chiefs signed you to replace Tyrann Mathieu, and you have not lived up to those expectations. 2 pass breakups, no interceptions. It has not been a great showing for him this year, and he's talked quite a bit. So I think it's time to back up some of that talk and start making things happen on the gridiron. So Chiefs-Texans this Sunday, 12 o'clock Central Time, down in Houston as Kansas City looks to move to 11-3 and hopefully take back that number 1 seed in the AFC if Buffalo were to go down to Miami. Predict the score of this one on Sunday. Chiefs-Texans, who you got winning, and what do you think the final score will end up being? I'm going to go with the Chiefs, 37-10. Again, I expect a focused performance. I think the offense starts out hot like last week and finishes this one. None of the farting around in the middle of the game. And then the defense shuts down this gimmicky garbage 2 QB system that the Texans are trying to employ with Davis Mills and Jeff Driskel. Chiefs roll 37-10 to improve to 11-3.